The latest in a trial that we've been following, a riot charge against Patriot Prayer founder Joey Gibson dropped in court today, just hours ago. This judge even saying he was bewildered why the prosecutor brought this case against Gibson. Let's get to our Lisa Balick live tonight with details and what might be happening next in all this. Lisa?
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. The judge really came out swinging with a lot of comments about really why was this even before him as a riot charge.
I am somewhat bewildered that the state has driven this case to this point.
Frank words from the judge who acquitted Joey Gibson and Russell Schultz, both charged with rioting. Multnomah County Circuit Court Judge Benjamin Swade saying no reasonable jury could find their behavior outside the Cider Riot Bar in 2019, quote, threatened an immediate breach of the peace. Video evidence showed Gibson and Schultz not engaged in the fighting. Instead, Gibson seen and heard on video taunting anti-fascists. But the judge said Gibson's behavior was provocative, but not rioting.
There's evidence that these defendants decided to bring a lit match right up to the gasoline, and then having sown seeds of disorder, were intending to figuratively walk away with their hands in their pockets because they didn't actually, quote unquote, do anything.
The judge did not throw out the riot charge, though, against a third defendant, Mackenzie Lewis. Video showing Lewis shoving someone and throwing a can of mace at the crowd. After court today, Gibson, who could have been sentenced to prison if found guilty, told KOIN 6 he was thankful for the judge's decision.
It was an obvious case of discriminatory prosecution. The judge was visibly annoyed that Mike Schmidt chased these charges for 3 years for simply acts of free speech. I think it's amazing that they've allowed Portland to burn down for several years. For 200 days straight, the city's burned down and dropped all riot charges. But the DA pursued us specifically. So we're looking forward to a lawsuit.
Now, we did reach out today to the district attorney after the judge's ruling to ask for comment, what he thinks about what happened there in court. We were told he has no comment. Back to you.
It is a smackdown, a public smackdown of the district attorney, Mike Schmidt. And we asked Lewis and Clark law professor Tung Yin about Gibson's threat of a lawsuit. He says the DA put in a policy that single riot charges would not be pursued in light of the 2020 protests.
And that was actually meant to give room for prosecutors to focus on people with other violent crimes and property crimes beyond the riot charge. And this is the rule Gibson is likely referring to.
If the main reason is that the DA's office is sympathetic to the 2020 protesters and not sympathetic to Joey Gibson because of his message, then that raises the appearance of not being even-handed by the DA's office.
Yin also says the DA's policy was not meant to be retroactive.